I found out my roommate placed a hidden cam in our apartment and I am now afraid of her. I live with my roommate for about half a year now. And just recently I found a camera on her shelf in the living room when I was passing by. I was so freaked out I went to my other friend's place to live until my roommate came back from vacation and confront her about this. I feel like not only was my privacy invaded, my whole trust in her was broken. I'm legit so scared that my private phone calls with my family and my friends have all been recorded and she's been watching me this whole time. It doesn't help that the bathroom is right in the field of vision of the camera along with the kitchen. I can't imagine if I had felt relaxed when she wasn't around and walked out of the bathroom half naked or something. I am so scared right now. And I don't know how to confront her. She's also my friend of several years. And I just don't want to say. Can anyone give me advice on how to talk to her about this? Clarification. When she said no guys allowed, she means no males. Only females. That's what she said. When I asked if my dad can come over if he was in the city, she said she wasn't comfortable with any males in the house. And that included my dad. Accidentally, put something in front of the camera and see what happens. There are likely more hidden cameras. My ex-roommate did this. He was mentally ill and obsessed with me. Your roommate's motivations are likely to be different. And it sounds like she may have some trauma related to men and the cameras are to make sure men don't come over. But the cameras are still a major violation, so here is what you can do. Assume that there is another camera somewhere. Possibly more than one. Comb the place and cover or remove every single one. When she comes back, you need to confront her. It doesn't have to be in person. And if it is in person, you should have someone with you. I'm not clear what the rental situation is. But if it's realistic for you to break your contract and move out, do that. You can't trust her. If the camera is plugged in, unplug it or turn it to face the wall. Then when she contacts you, ask her why she invaded your privacy with a camera. Or if you want to be petty and it is not plugged in, put it in her room facing her bed. If it has a memory card, remove it. Check it for any footage of you. And delete that footage. Then put the card back. Your roommate is controlling. I mean, the no boys rule that she doesn't even follow herself? Give me a break. I could see. No strangers. But no opposite gender rule plus hidden camera without your consent? Deal breakers in my opinion. I would be absolutely furious and there's no way I would be calm about this. This is a huge violation of trust. I would be telling her that you are considering legal action. Make her give you all the footage. You are entitled to privacy in your own home. What would your reaction be to a guy doing this? She could have gotten a Ring doorbell if she wanted to monitor who came and went. Spying on your housemates is crazy territory. Have a friend when you confront her. But do not let this slide. Or offer her explanations to grab onto. This is awful. Don't downplay it. You have no idea if she's sexually attracted to women. Or what her intent was. It doesn't matter. This is so wrong. If she's this messed up, then she shouldn't be living with anyone. You paid your rent for privacy. She could be streaming that and selling it on a hidden camera site. Don't assume the best just because she's a woman. I would be speaking to the police. Is she going to refund all the rent you paid for your privacy? People putting up cameras in their own home grosses me out, but wow, that's a major violation to not even let anyone know. My uncle was the first person to have cameras up like in 2009. They didn't tell me until a few days in. It could just be used for security purposes. But she definitely should have let you know that it was there. I would just casually bring it up like, "Oh, I noticed the camera. How long have you had it?" Or something like that. Don't accuse her of something straight away. If you're really uncomfortable with it, then just be straight up and let her know. But yeah, she definitely should have told you there was a camera there. Considering that you both share the apartment, she should have told you about it. If not, ask you if you agree with that. It's that simple. It's an invasion of privacy. And if it was placed there for security reasons, she should have informed you about it. Her actions are not okay at all. It gives me the idea that she placed it there so that she can see what you are doing in the apartment you two share. That's an invasion of privacy, and she seems like a psycho. Also, you said in the comments that she determines certain rules that she herself breaks afterwards. That's sick. And it doesn't seem like she has any integrity, maturity, or the ability to have healthy boundaries. You should ask her about the hidden camera, get the hell out of there, and never talk to her again. Have you ever felt creeped out by her before? Giving her the benefit of the doubt. She could just be using it for security purposes. But this is definitely a violation of privacy if she didn't tell you it was around. I'd bring it up the next morning you see her. I honestly think you'll be fine, but you do need to address this. PLs send updates. Do you have access to the account for Wi-Fi from your provider? If so, you should be able to see how many devices are connected to Wi-Fi and possibly identify them by their names. Depending on your state laws, this is illegal wiretapping. You didn't consent to being recorded, and there was no warning signs posted indicated the area was being surveilled. Take the camera and wait and see if what she says. Also, creepy AF. There are techniques for finding hidden cameras. You should definitely check for them. What does she think she's going to record? I have a friend who has the Furbo camera because they work long, weird hours and want to keep an eye on their dogs. And I've known people with small kids who had nanny cams. But those are for very specific safety purposes. There's really no reason to film an adult roommate just walking around living their life. Unless she's either a creeper or hopes to catch you breaking one of her rules. And why is she the one who gets to make the rules? Does she own the apartment? I suppose she could also think you might steal from her, which is a pretty rude assumption to make about a longtime friend. Anyway, I'd be super tempted to stand in front of the camera with a sign saying, "I found your spy cam, weirdo," and wait for her to see it. But that's probably not the most mature thing to do. Probably the best approach is just to be straightforward and say, "Hey, I noticed that there's a camera here. What are you recording and why?" But also, look for another apartment. Because unless she has a really good explanation, I don't see how your relationship as either roommates or friends is going to come back from this. Document anything. Save any text responses. Take a picture of the camera and file a report immediately to the police. This is illegal. Hey, I just found a hidden camera in the apartment. I think the landlord may have put it there. I called the police. I would totally freak out. And I would confront her. That is sick. As sick as the rule no boys, not even your dad. Find someone else to live with. And look for more cameras. I would never ever trust her again. This is illegal in my country and I would sue her. Unless it's camera in the living room pointing to the front door or something, then it's not acceptable and you should have been notified. Sometimes girls are more creeps than guys.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.